What's going on, guys? I'm exhausted. I don't know why the last um well, I do know why, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Just the last few days I haven't really been getting good sleep, even though I've been going to bed early. I'm waking up early. I've just been tired, man. Oh my goodness. And I already have an issue when it comes to like staying asleep throughout the night and not waking up constantly. And sometimes, I will and I'll fall back asleep right away. And sometimes it takes me like an hour to fall back asleep. So I'm just like, I'm gonna have to buy an energy drink before I go into work here. But aside from that, sorry for rambling. Today I was gonna talk about your circle, uh, who you hang out with, your friend group, everything that your influences in your life, because you are who you hang with. The people that you surround yourself with, you are like them, or they are like you. You influence one another, you grow with one another, you shape one another. And it's important to look at, who you're hanging out with and who you surround yourself with. And if you even want to be like those people, like look at the people around you and what are they doing? You know, what are their goals? How do they go about life? Um, what uh, what are their relationships like? How do they treat their relationships? And take a step back and ask yourself, like, is that the what life you want to live? Like your friends that you're hanging out with, the people that you spend most of your time with. Um, do you want to be like them? I am so sorry. Do you want to be like them? Do you want to replicate the life that they're living? Um, you are who you hang with. I had group of friends that I would see all the time for a few years, and it wasn't there was no growth happening at all. They weren't the most encouraging. They didn't want to see you succeed. They didn't promote growth. They weren't sharpening me. Most of the time when I was with them, we were intoxicated or smoking, you know, and it just wasn't benefiting me to continue being in that group and putting myself in a position where I'm surrounded. Goodness, man, I'm really trying here, guys. Putting myself in a position where I'm surrounded by people who are drinking all the time, smoking all the time. Um, their relationships with women aren't great, or even with their parents. And if you need to be intoxicated to be around people, or you need to be high to be around people, you probably shouldn't be around those people. Um, and I mean, if you don't know, then try it. Try to be sober when you're with these people and see if you're even still cool or friends. If you need a substance to hang out with them, they're not really your friend. The substance is your friend, and it's allowing you to have these connections with people. But all of that aside, you if you're in this position and you're not sure, like if the people that you're hanging out with and if the people that you're surrounding yourself with really are, you know, leading you in the best direction, then you might be called to, a period of time of loneliness and a time of self reflection, of isolation, where the only one by your side is Yahusha, the only one by your side is Christ. And it's probably going to be a time where you have to like reflect and cultivate your relationship with Christ and rely on him as your friend, right? As someone to build a relationship with. Um, and in growing your relationship with Christ, then you'll learn more about yourself. Your relationship with Christ will guide you to a new group of people. And, it could be short, it could be long, but so long as you're focusing on him and you acknowledge and take yourself away from that, then he'll give you a new group of people. I you know, I realized that the cycle that I was in with drugs and alcohol and women uh was conducive to the friends I was hanging out with and the people I was surrounding myself with. So once I separated myself from them and I chose to truly focus on Christ and just allow him to be my only friend for a bit, he gave me a whole new group of friends and people who, sharpen each other and allow us to grow. allow me to grow. Um, your circle should be a group of individuals that you trust wholeheartedly, and a group of people who are trying to get better. People that are seeking to help one another grow and sharpen one another. You know, relationships and friendships should not be a stagnant or comparison battle or envious, jealous, spiteful, petty. Like, no, like your circle, your closest group of friends should not involve those emotions or those ideals or anything like that. And it may sound challenging to try to separate yourself from your friends or separate yourself from the current group that you've known and the people you spent, X amount of time together. But if you do and they were truly your friends, then they'll still be there when you get back. Although now you'll have boundaries, right? Like, I separated myself, I moved to the other side of the country. I started doing different things in my life, but my closest friends in that circle are still some of my closest friends. Like, yeah, I have my new very close friends that I hold dear to my heart, but my best friends back home are we still talk, we still check in with one another. um and even if months go by and we don't talk, we know that we could just pick up the phone and call the other person, and leave off where we last were. So I don't think that's something that you should really worry about. Like, just look at your situation now, take a step back, look at who you're with. Do I need to remove this from my life? Should I be focusing on Christ? Um, and just look at the grand scope of everything and just take it from there. Are the people that you surround yourself with people you either want to be or end up like? If the answer is no, then it might be time for you to separate yourself, grow with Christ, allow that to nourish you, allow that to feed you, and see what he does, where he navigates you. Um, it's tough. It's not easy, especially if these are people that you've had in your life for a long time. But sometimes you have to do what's best for you, and you have to, take the leap of faith and put your trust in God to guide you to a group that will allow you to grow in your faith and grow in your relationships and grow in who you are as a man or woman if you're watching this. But don't let fear hold you back. Don't let fear hold you back from the things that God has for you, you know? So I feel like this was a quicker video, but that's okay. Um, I think that this is what I was led to make for this week. So, look at your circle, look at who you're hanging out with, uh, and take the necessary steps to change that, because you are who you hang with. That's what I want you guys to get out of this video, is you are who you hang with. And if you don't like who you hang with, as far as like where they're at, what they're doing, what their life looks like, then it's probably time to reevaluate, take a step back, and focus on you. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. This is a shorter one. I hope that, for those who have been with me, I'm going to yawn again, and I'm really trying hard not to. Oh, I haven't had my coffee this morning either. That's probably what it is. On top of the sleeping. I hope that you guys are getting something out of these videos. I'm enjoying making them. Trial and error, figuring out what works, what doesn't. But aside from that, I'm just glad that they're actually getting out there. If you guys gained anything from this video, comment, like, subscribe, the dealio, share. Let me know in the comments, what you're liking, what you're not liking, what I could do better, what you gained out of the videos, if there's something that you're like, oh, this stuck with me, or I learned this, or, whatever. But, yeah, so I'm going to keep this schedule going, shorts kind of giving you what the next week's video is going to be about, and then the video on Fridays. I like having I want to have a video for y'all to watch on Sabbath. I think it's Sabbath appropriate, so that's why I'm putting them on Fridays. But aside from that, yeah, I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope you guys had a great week. I'm looking forward to hearing from y'all. So yeah, my brain ain't working, but I'm gonna get out of here. Peace out, guys. Love you. Bye.